What's good, y'all? This is Bossy, and here today we're here with another fire SCP reaction video here today. The title of this video is called SCP-096 versus SCP-106. The shotgun versus the old man. I already did a reaction video of both of these SCPs already, bro. I like both of them, bro. I don't even know what the heck to expect, bro. I mean, the shy guy, he's borderline indestructible, and the old man is some guy who could basically teleport through walls and go through dimensions and stuff like that. But I'm really excited for this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. But first, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you get a notification when I post my next video. Without further ado, let's get right into it, bro. Alright, let's get.
Good day everyone and welcome back to SCP Illustrated, entry log 86. It's been a while, but here I am at last with another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at an encounter between SCP-096 and SCP-106. Now, this is not an official cross-testing experiment. This encounter was written by myself and Dr. Sumerian for the purposes of this video. And with that in mind, this SCP-096 test and all future 096 test videos should be considered as SCP tales rather than official SCP documents. Now, this is an SCP battle, and this video does contain extremely strong violence, blood, gore, flaying, and scenes of torture. Without further ado, let's begin.
I like this. Ooh, red. It's gonna be like a DBZ.
The following data release has been authorized by the following council members and administration staff. Site. Full site containment breach. Junior researcher Dr. Whittier. Recovery and recontainment note SCP-096.
SCP-096 has been successfully returned to its
Should drink water every single day. I cannot say this enough. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, bro. It will bless your life for those who will drink water. It will bless you up.
In the same corridor that SCP-096 was located, evidence of SCP-106's grosser properties were discovered on the floors and walls. It is noteworthy that SCP-096 showed significantly elevated levels of stress when bypassing surfaces affected by SCP-106's grosser properties.
The old man looked at the fallen researcher with a smirk. The meal crawled away from him slowly, whimpering as it did so. It stopped for just a moment to look at the old man, and the smirk turned into a wide grin that nearly reached back to his ears. This would be delicious.
Oh no.
Then the door ahead of them opened. A pale, gangly figure plodded forward with unnaturally long arms raised to its face. The sound of crying was faintly audible above the whimpering of the researcher between them. The crying thing lifted its head and met the old man's gaze, and everything changed. The crying got louder and then became screaming. The old man let the emotions wash over him. Shame, pain, sadness, finally rage. The figure dropped its hands and then its jaw opened wide, then wider still.
Look at that thing's jaws,
the old man caught a slight crackle of bone as the jaw descended and reached.
Bro, it's the screaming for me in the back. Bro, y'all hear that, bro? Anytime when I watch this guy's channel, bro, and it's always about SCP-096, bro, it always got to be a shot or something like this, and always this loud. You know what I'm saying? It sounds loud but distant at the same time. Type of like screaming, bro. Like it's the screaming for me in the open jaw.
The thing's eyes were little more than slits now.
The super wide jaw
screamed down its face, and a scream echoed off the walls. It sprinted straight at him.
He thought he was just gonna be another random guy.
The old man smirked and gave a slight chuckle before lifting his arms, as if about to embrace an old friend.
Yeah, he's like, "Come get me."
The thing slammed into him with an impossible force. The old man felt the arms grab at him as it lifted him off his feet from the impact. The old man hit the floor and then sank into it. The creature loosened its grip as it sank into the floor as well. It tried to scramble away, but the old man plunged
sent him
his
to
hand
the
into
other
the creature's
dimension.
abdomen.
I knew that was gonna
Organs and
happen.
muscle liquefied as he fished around for the creature's spine. Then the old man gripped it and pulled the creature down into the darkness.
Yup. Something to the other dimension. He was like, come here, and
the old man smiled as he watched the figure hit the stone floor of his dimension. It looked around confused and angry before returning to its docile form.
But yet, it survived
the
all
old
that.
man removed the floor beneath it and
SCP-096.
watched it clutching frantically at the darkness. It fell onto jagged rocks that sliced into its skin. Then he crushed it between two walls before letting it come to a rest. It was on its knees, panting and bleeding, but alive. This thing was unusually resilient, but it was afraid. It was lost. It was ashamed. There was only one thing to do about that. The old man willed away the labyrinth and dropped the figure into a new hell.
Dang. Full of darkness and depression. SCP-096, he thought he was going to be a random guy. He thought he was going to be another civilian.
Field and away to the horizon in both directions. Artillery flashed in the distance, and then again as the shots landed nearby in and around the trenches. Planes strafed those trenches with machine gun fire. The rain and hail beat the earth, flooding everything. There were bodies piled high along the trenches, some living and screaming for relief, for their mothers, for mercy. Fires burned and lightning snaked across the sky. The creature hit the earth with a wet thud. It tried to stand and the rain caused the mud to slide off its form. The ground was rocked by an explosion and it was thrown into a trench, landing with a splash in a mix of filth and blood. It staggered to its feet and began moving through the trench, crying as the rain scoured its skin. The old man willed the razor wire to wrap around the figure and pulled it taut. He watched in glee as the blood flowed freely, adding to the river of filthy water that was flowing in the trench.
I'm really curious how is 096 gonna fight something that could literally travel through other dimensions, bro? And it's literally his own dimension, bro. This reminds me of the episode Dragon Ball Z when Goku and Vegeta went inside Majin Buu's body, bro, and they thought they was just gonna be able to just leave his body scot-free, and Majin Buu was literally able to do everything and anything because, you know, they was inside Majin Buu's body. Like, this reminds me of. Like, this is his own universe.
He heard no cries of pain.
How you gonna beat something that could do anything?
He waved a hand and the razor wire began whipping the figure on the back.
He's literally God in his own universe.
Until the lengths of ripped flesh hung down to its knees, exposing the bone beneath. Still, no cries of pain.
The only thing is that he's borderline
he released the
invincible.
creature, which dropped to its knees and began crying again.
Oh.
This was not enough.
That's like the only thing.
Another bomb impacted behind it and threw it off its feet. The hard rain stopped for a moment as dozens of artillery shells exploded all at once around them. The creature's skin bubbled away and its blood boiled. It was still not enough. He dropped earth on it. He buried it under blood and bones and metal. The old man could see it pulling its way through the mud. Ghostly soldiers with no faces began appearing as the figure pulled itself free. They jeered and tormented the creature. They struck it with their rifles and plunged their bayonets deep into its body. The old man watched on as the charred flesh began to fall away, revealing fresh skin beneath. The soldiers dragged the creature up the walls of the trench and strapped it with razor wire to a length of wood. They flayed the skin from its legs.
He's really trying to clap
whistling
096 for real.
To Tipperary.
He's really trying to kill
Each piece
this
of flesh was
thing.
tossed back into the trench, where it slowly succumbed to rot and maggots.
They are trying to cut him up like turkey.
Eyes rolled back, and he raised a hand to the sky.
Man.
Just then, a colossal bird made of feathers and bones and metal descended from the clouds and moved across the sky. A massive eye opened on the bird's stomach, looking down at the battlefield. Torrents of blood began to flow out of the trapped creature's mouth towards the eye, choking off the moans and cries. As time passed, more blood flowed out of its wounds, its eyes and its fingernails. Lightning illuminated the makeshift altar, and the dark black and red fluid drifted lazily into the sky. The figure fell limp as the bird thing finally finished its passage. The old man approached the figure. It was barely breathing. The thing's taut, rotten flesh fell off it like wet paper. In a second, the old man was rising up through the floor of the Foundation facility once more, dragging the lifeless corpse of the creature with him. The old man dumped it on the floor and looked down. It was slowly starting to grow new flesh.
He's probably like, what?
New blood spilled from what veins had begun to heal. The thing had curled up in the fetal position, crying to itself.
He survived.
He kneeled
all
in
of
front
that.
of it, but the figure refused to look at him. The old man grinned widely once more and left it to its weeping.
Dang. But that wasn't even a fight. That was a slaughter. The only thing that kept him alive was his regeneration skills.
And that concludes the encounter between SCP-106 and SCP-096. You know, sometimes people...
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I got nothing much to say about that. That wasn't even really much of a fight. That was... We just watched almost 10 minutes of 096 getting slaughtered by everything and... everything. Like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Yo, 106, bro, was really trying to turn 096 to a thing of the past, bro. The only thing that kept him alive was the fact that he's borderline indestructible. The only way you can really kill 096 is if you literally break his bones. You gotta literally break his endoskeleton or whatever they call that. This was just crazy, bro, honestly. Like, 096, bro, I mean, 106, bro, he's dangerous, bro. Like, if he wanted to, he could have killed this shy guy easily. Well, I won't say easily, but he could have killed him, but he was barely breathing, bro. But then he regenerated new skin and decided to go back to the corner and cry, bro. I like the way how SCP-096 versus 049 encounter was wholesome, but this one here, 096 encounter was with 106, was just completely just brutal. Oh my god, like this is just barely even allowed on the platform. If it wasn't drawn, if this was like a 3D texture type of thing, like 3D graphics, this wouldn't even be on the tube, bro. This video was freaking fire nonetheless, bro. But that's gonna be the end of this reaction video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you get a notification when I post my next video. This video was a banger nonetheless. I love y'all boys. I'm gonna see y'all boys tomorrow. This is Bossy. Peace out. I'm off this, bruh.